the attendance today. Sean Edwards leading out Wigan, Lawrence Delalio, possibly a future England captain, leading out Wasps. And this a final that was being widely predicted at the start of the day, and it's how things have turned out, and plenty of Wigan support in the crowd. Teams lining up to be presented to the President of the Rugby Football Union, Bill Bishop. And there's Sean Edwards, fired up for this. It's been a totally professional attitude from Wigan today. Also there in the presentation party is Richard Gray, the President of the Middlesex Rugby Football Union. And that's a lovely moment. Bill Bishop, who wishes those Wigan players well. Martin Afire seemed to be injured earlier in the day, but he's taking part in this final. Afire, of course, has graced the Twickenham turf before in the Middlesex Sevens. And now Lawrence Delalio, who was awarded the Young Player of the Year award on Thursday evening. Bill Bishop was present at the awards dinner, of course, in his capacity as president. Wigan with Sean Edwards in charge and Martin Afire taking part, as is Twiga Marler, another ex-Union player. Scott Quinnell on his way back to rugby union from Wigan. He's part of this Wigan side. And there's our fire. The crowd will want to see him get the ball, but they will also want to give Wasps a fair backing because they are the Union team. Jamie, your pre-match thoughts?
Well, obviously Wasps have got a very difficult challenge in front of them. I think the key thing for them is once they get possession, they must do absolutely everything to retain it. We've seen how Wigan can absorb pressure and then turn it into points with just one movement, because all of them have got pace and they've all got power.
Away we go then. Gummersall starts for Wasps in their traditional black. It's 10 minutes each way in the final, and this is Edwards, and these will be crucial opening moments. Who can get a foothold? Now Edwards putting that ball out of play, but taking it back into his own 22. That's a rule that he will have to become accustomed to when Wigan play the Union match here against Bath later this month.
Yes, he certainly will. He didn't like Scrivener's challenge much either. But this is the line-up area that Wasps should dominate.
And Scrivener wins. It's out with Adrian Thompson. Lawrence Delalio caught by Gary Connolly. This is Royser jinking through. Held back by Jason Robinson. And Wasps get the foot in.
Well, the scrums will be interesting. Experienced Wasps men, Delalio and White and Scrivener. So this is an area too that obviously Wigan aren't comfortable with. You couldn't expect them to be.
Gummersall off to Thompson. It's only Greenstock this side. It'll be Greenstock against Connolly if he gets away from Edwards. In fact, he chose to find support, and it was with Scrivener, and in went Gary Connolly. That was a big hit. The referee has given a penalty. Not for the tackle. This is Mike White. All Wasps so far. Wigan trying to line up their defence. Gummersall goes. Royser. And they're nearly there. Another penalty comes as Wigan go over the top. And there's Mike White. And there's the first try.
unlike Leicester in the semi-final, Wasps have made the pressure towel with points on the board. Quickly taken by Gomersall, popped it off to Mike White as Edwards went for the interception, and his power gets him over the line. Great start from Wasps. They've kept the ball, and once again Mike White seeing that try. Good try, Wasps.
Gomersall's kick. But Wasps try, and Mike White.
Yeah, well, he's comfortably over. Nobody's holding him on the legs. There's no way that's a double movement.
Stays at 5-0. The kick having been missed. Here's Gomersall. Oh dear, now that was lax.
Well, that's what you can't afford against Wigan. You must retain your concentration. I'd like to see Wasps put it a bit. Certainly give Royce a run. Look for the support players of Greenstock.
Referee David Sainsbury just waits for Lawrence Delalio to tie the boots. Edwards. Now it's Connolly. He's got a fire outside him. Nice little dummy from Connolly, and the tap tackle from Adrian Thompson was good. It's given Royce a chance to get back. A fire is caught by Delalio, but it was Adrian Thompson's initial tap tackle that saved the try. Danger may still not be over, but Wasps have stolen it. It's Scrivener, and it just fell for them nicely there. Scrivener all on his own until Mike White gets there in support. And Mike White takes it on. Thompson, Delalio, Greenstock encouraged by the crowd to go. And now it's with Gomersall. Jinking run from Gomersall. Edwards is tracking him. He's beaten the tackle, which looked a little high. And then Gomersall is taken into touch. Yes, the penalty is given. It was a high tackle from Edwards. Gomersall goes again. He won't give up the scrum half, and that is why.
Well, Wigan aren't happy with the decision. That's absolutely sure of that. They certainly surrounded the referee and had a real go at him. As Gomersall managed to get over there. The quick tap once again from the penalty. Edwards tries to get back to hold on. He dives and Connolly's tackle. And that could have well have been a double movement, because certainly Connolly was holding on to him.
Well, there was no doubt about the first try. There was a doubt about the second. Quinnell leaves the field. He was struggling anyway. He got a knock in the semi-final, and Radlinski has come on.
Yes, he did that groin in the semi-final. A bit of a gamble to play him in this final. They desperately needed a referee union forward. He is now and has been in the past, as Gomersall goes for conversion.
Another miss from Andy Gomersall with the boot, but he was alert and alive to the constant threat that he could pose from that range. Delalio was with those two tries, and Greenstock with the kick. Royzer gets around Connolly, who half thought about impeding him. Back goes Robinson. Nothing more than that he can do. Just put the ball out of play.
Well played from Wasps. The restart was a poor one from Robinson. That man there, he's now taken over the kicking duties. It was far too deep. Delalio took it very easily, and Wasps certainly winning the territorial battle and that on the scoreline. 10-0. Another try now would be great encouragement for them.
And quick thinking as well, as White found Scrivener at the line out. But now they've conceded possession. There's Big Pete Scrivener, 6'5", and a real threat at the line out today for Wasps. Twigamala will take the throw, and he's picked out Connolly. Jason Robinson is held. It's stolen by Thompson. Chance for Scrivener. Try number 3.
Well, the crowd are on their feet. as Wasps extend their lead. They put Wigan under pressure. It was a fair throw from Twigiamala over the top, but once Robinson was scratched to the ground by Delalio, under pressure, gave the ball away. Thompson feeds Scrivener, and he's straight over. Good try, Wasps, good pressure, good first-up tackling. Delalio, he's not going to miss anything in there. And the ball goes loose. Thompson's entitled to be there. And Scrivener, look at the space he's got.
Gamasaw has missed the kick. It's 15-0 though, 3 tries. And Wasps have brought on Lawrence Grace. And here's Greenstock. And swing low, echoes around Twickenham. And now it's Radlinski. This is Edwards and Connolly. Oh, and what a super pass that was. Farrell shows it once to Delalio. There must be a try here for Twigiamala. Wigan are back in the match.
They most certainly are back in the match. First attack of the game, and they score. They really are clinical when they get the ball. Connolly with a wide pass. Real specialist of that. Farrell had a bit of a go as well. Delalio tracking 2 of them. And Twigiamala steps out of Delalio's tackle. And Loris Delalio won't like that too much.
The kick was good. It's 15-7.
Well, Wasps are going to keep their cool now. Try and get this ball back.
Connolly. Edwards. There's one thing for certain, this Wigan outfit will not lie down. And here goes a fire, away from Greenstock. Thomason is the last line of defence for Wasps, but if Fire has support from Edwards, he finds him. Now can Edwards make it? He has to check. Tremendous effort from the Wasps cover, but a Fire is just a little bit too good that time. Well, given the try, I think some of the supporters behind there thought that a Fire didn't ground it.
Well, that's right. Edwards was struggling for pace. A Fire tracked him again and got the return pass. Now, Gomersall's the one holding on to his shirt. Downward pressure is the key, and I reckon that's pretty dubious. Downward pressure is the key. I don't think that's a try, personally. Put my cards on the line. I don't think there was downward pressure on the ball.
The kick went over from Farrell. The referee looks at his watch and decides that's half-time. And what a second half we have in store. Wasps leading by 15 points to 14. It's 3 tries to 2, and it's been excitement all the way.
Yes, it most certainly has. As we look at Marshall O'Fire, we got that second Wigan try. For the 2 times Wigan have had the ball really in attacking positions, they've scored it. My concern is there must be downward pressure on the ball when the ball hits the ground. And I don't think there is. There's only a finger on it or 2. And the referee was pretty close, a lot closer than I. So that's his decision, and it certainly meant that there's only a 1-point difference at half-time.
Edwards restarts. And he's won the touch. It was a well-judged kick from Shaun Edwards.
Well, really, you'd have to say Wasps wouldn't mind that. They should win the line-out with Scriven and Delalio. They jump all year.
Indeed. And Twigiamala goes through on Matthew Lewis, who's now of the Wasps. He's trying to stay on his feet, and Twigiamala is wrestling that ball off him. Nobody's giving an inch. And interestingly, the referee, and quite rightly, gives the foot into Wigan.
And Wasps now know that Twigiamala does not buy dummies. Lewis certainly suddenly faced that big man there, Williamala, who came off second.
And feeding at the scrum by Edwards. Well, the scrum is a very different animal in rugby union to rugby league, although in sevens, of course, it's not a great feature of the game, the scrum down. But here's Delalio in open play. This is what sevens is all about. Throwing the ball around, and Wasps have been doing it well. Scrivener back inside to Delalio. Oh, it's a dangerous pass, and Tuigamala read it well. And now Connolly will be the supporting man. There's nothing Gomersall can do this time. It's Connolly's try, and Wigan have the lead.
Well, we talked before about Wasps needing to retain possession, and it was a very dangerous pass inside, especially with Tuigamala inside there. There's the high pass, there's Tuigamala. And once he's through, you'll see there, you freeze it there, you'll see how Connolly, all the open space he wants to finish it off.
Well, Connolly doesn't waste chances like that.
Now here's the loose pass, here's Delalio, you'll see it's high, it's hanging, and there's Tuigamala. He knows all about that, makes absolutely sure of it. And then much as Royce did well to hold on to him, to stop him from scoring. Nicely passed out to Connolly. Good play, Wigan. Clinical play by Wigan.
And they lead by 19 points to 15, the kick going wide. Gomersall tries to really get that restart to hang in the air to allow the big men to get underneath it, but some infringing by Wasps, and they've conceded a penalty. It's been a good start to the second half for Wigan. Delalio sets it back. Gomersall again, the last man, did well. Straight into a fire though. Delalio pops up on the scene to keep it going. Royzer. Scrivener. Gomersall thought about the kick, but Wigan are swallowing up the space. Their tackling is so good, of course. Now, well, he could have gone with a kick there, maybe, Gomersall, but saw that a fire was covering, and the Wigan defence was superb.
It certainly was. One man, one tackle. Nobody missed one. And it meant Wasps couldn't get the ball wide, make very few yards as well. And Wigan get the throw to the line out. You can see the tackling, Connolly in there.
Tuigamala throws again. He's gone for the long one to bypass the big Wasp forwards. But that time it broke for Royzer. Delalio. It's Lewis. Chance here for Wasps. Connolly in with a tackle, and Farrell gets the loose ball. Tuigamala. He's even dangerous from this range. Look at him go. A fire. There's nobody there for Wasps. Greenstock is going to give it a chase and give it a go, but a fire is easing off the gas. He knows he's won the race.
Well, he hasn't played for a few weeks, I gather, Marshall Fire, apart from last Wednesday night against Bath. And I think his fitness is telling you a bit, but he was comfortably away from Greenstock. But it's made, for me, by the man of the tournament, that's Tuigamala. Every time he gets the ball, he creates space. Here he gets it. He's going across the field. Gomersall has the first go. Steps out of that one. Scrivener comes across. He can't put anything on him. It's up to Delalio now, who holds on to one leg, which just prevents Tuigamala, but he hands it off to a fire, and going 65 yards is not a problem.
And the Fire may well have won his side the match with that try, although there is still time for Wasps to get back. He may also have caused himself an injury or aggravated one. Spiders come on, the Fire has gone off then. The kick was good, I should say, and Wigan lead 26-15. Shane Royce has also gone off. So the players feeling the pace now, especially in these 10-minute halves.
Yes, and as we see Royce go off, it was a bad restart from Wasps, didn't go the 10 metres, gives the advantage back to Wigan.
Lawrence Grace is on in place of Royce. Keep you up to date with the comings and goings. This is Robinson, little dams through, and he's away, and he's going to seal it. Jason Robinson has got lovely feet and marvellous pace.
Unbelievable pace, and his elusiveness as well. It's wonderful to watch. Once he got through the gap, it was all over, no question about it. It came straight back from the scrum, actually. Edwards, the scrum half, didn't even get a touch, didn't need to have a touch. Look at Robinson, good running style too. No problem at all. And Wigan look to have found their feet pretty well now, and Wasps, after such a promising start, really struggling to retain their concentration and the ball. That one came straight from the restart, which didn't go 10, and gave it back to Wigan.
And I think the game is up, and we can sit back and admire some more of this Wigan Sevens play. It's been a treat for everyone here today. Radlinski, and it really is opening up everywhere for them now. There's some tired Wasps legs. Delalio tries to get with Farrell, but Edwards is the man who's on Farrell's shoulder, and that's a rather fitting end.
Well, it is for the captain, that's for sure. Captain of Wigan, and he's certainly happy now. They put this out of sight for Wasps. They really have. And it's their fitness that's telling as much as anything else of Wigan. Their fitness is superb. It's Radlinski through the middle, passed inside to Farrell, who's no slouch for a forward either. Through the last man and gave his skipper the try, but has confirmed Wigan as winners of this Middlesex Sevens.
And Twigamala is going to have a go with the drop kick conversion. Not his forte.
It's his last kick though.
And there we have it. Wigan leading 38-15. For a while they were being threatened. Some more idiots on the field. I don't know who they're trying to impress.
Well, it's quite ludicrous. The stewards can only do so much. They can't stop people running on the pitch. They're doing the best job they can. But these guys they're just spoiling it for the 60-odd thousand crowd who've come to watch a super final. And there's always a couple of dumb ones, isn't there?
Inside the final minute then. Better restart this time. Grace goes back for the Wasps. Lewis. Scrivener against Twigamala. And Lewis again. Gummersall.
Well, I said it before, I just think the fitness of the Wigan side is the most telling point at the moment. Well, I don't mean to be disrespectful to the Wasps fitness methods, but obviously these guys can train every day, all day if they want to. And Wasps have faded, and I don't want to take anything away from Wigan the way they fought back, but I think that has been a major contributing factor in the second half.
Yes, the Wigan fitness levels, something to aim at for rugby union teams in the new professional world of rugby union. Farrell's kick. Now Smythe can really shift, and he's chasing, and Strace isn't aware of him. Gummersall goes for Wasps, but Wasps have been penalised for holding the player, and Wigan get a penalty.
Yes, everything going against the Wasps now, and certainly Wigan very much in pole position to add to the scoreline.
Connolly, can he get the bounce to work for him? Delalio back in a defensive role, the Wasps skipper and he's going to be a losing skipper. The winning captain, Sean Edwards, will be preparing to lift a trophy at Twickenham. That'll be a great moment for him, Tuigamala, and also Robinson, so incredibly fit, and Robinson back there just making sure and proving once again that point about fitness levels.
Yes, but they're quick as well, you know. Smiles come on for a fire, he's no slouch. Tuigamala, they're all great, aren't they? Super effort.
And that is it. Wigan have won the Save and Prosper Middlesex Charity Sevens, and the Kings of Rugby League have come to Rugby Union headquarters and display to us all just why they wear that crown with such distinction. A marvellous performance by Wigan today, and the joy there etched on the face of Sean Edwards. He'll be proud of his team. As they win a tournament on a ground which, well, they wouldn't have thought this was possible a matter of, what, months ago. Now times have changed, and how refreshing it is to see Wigan and this Rugby Union crowd appreciate their skills. Lawrence Dallaglio, the Player of the Year in England, and I'm sure a great future in front of him on the international stage, and Wigan will have admired his efforts today. But Dallaglio will have noted exactly what his side came up against today, and that was a thoroughly professional team.
Yes, it most certainly was. Well played to Wigan as they begin to ascend the steps to collect the trophy.
Sean Edwards then leading up his Wigan side to receive the Russell Cargill Memorial Cup from the president of the Middlesex Rugby Football Union, Richard Gray. Handshakes all round for that Wigan team. They lift silverware at Twickenham. History has been made today, and they continue to lift trophies wherever they go and on whatever ground they play on. Wigan win the Middlesex Sevens for the first time. It was a great final, and Wigan, the cream that eventually rose to the top of a thoroughly entertaining day, and they will enjoy the night here at Twickenham, and they will all enjoy it back home in Wigan.
Yes, it's congratulations to Wigan. It's really been a remarkable tournament for them. They've come to Twickenham on an historic day, and they've won the Middlesex Charity Sevens. As you can see, the crowd here certainly enjoyed an action-packed final, and really the whole tournament has been lit up by the presence of Wigan. We're delighted to have seen them playing so well, and of course they'll be thrilled to have won. Let's just turn to Steve-O, Mike Stevenson and Stuart Barnes, who've been commentating on the action. First of all, Steve-O, deep down, honestly, did you expect that they would win today?
I thought that it would probably be the favourites, but anything can happen in seven-side football. But full credit to